The U.S. Navy has commissioned USS Tripoli in a low-key virtual ceremony to ensure social distancing. The traditional commissioning ceremony, which was supposed to be a public event, was canceled due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Instead of that, the ship was commissioned by an administrative message from the Navy to the fleet, and the crew raised the commissioning flag to mark the event. Ship Commander Captain Kevin Myers said in the OSD statement, "Being the third ship to bear the Tripoli namesake is a profound honor, and this crew stands ready to carry on the legacy of our long-standing Navy and Marine Corps amphibious community. These sailors and Marines will pave the way for those still to come. What's remarkable is seeing the dedication, perseverance, and resilience these new plank owners have shown since day one, and more recently through uncertain times as the Navy and nation work through a pandemic." Tripoli will be based at San Diego Naval Base, California. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why USS Tripoli will be one of the most important assets for the U.S. Navy going forward. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive military vehicle online game for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, in which you can go to battle on more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. The game has an amazing attention to detail and focuses on a realistic combat experience, which is why knowing your vehicles and skill really makes a difference. It's easy to get into, and all you need to play is nothing more but your mouse and keyboard or controller. Immerse yourself in cross-platform combat with more than 20 million other military vehicle enthusiasts from all over the world. Download and play War Thunder for free using the link in the description below, and also get a free bonus tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account. Tripoli is the third U.S. Navy ship named for the Battle of Dern in 1805. It was the decisive victory of a mercenary army led by a detachment of United States Marines and soldiers against the forces of Tripoli during the First Barbary War. It was the first recorded land battle of the United States fought overseas. USS Tripoli was built by Ingalls Shipbuilding, Huntington Ingalls Industries, at the company's shipyard in Pascagoula, Mississippi. Fabrication of ship components began in July 2013, and the ship's keel was laid in a ceremony on the 20th of June 2014 in Pascagoula. Tripoli was christened on the 16th of September 2017 with Lynn Mabus, wife of former Navy Secretary Ray Mabus, as her sponsor. Tripoli is 855 feet long, displaces approximately 43,745 tons fully loaded, and is operated by a crew of 1,000. The ship has room for up to 1,687 Marines and their aircraft. It is powered by 2 marine gas turbines that produce 70,000 brake horsepower, or 52,000 kilowatts, and enables USS Tripoli to reach speeds of over 22 knots, or 41 kilometers per hour, or 25 miles per hour. It also has 2 5,000 horsepower, or 3,700 kilowatt auxiliary propulsion motors. USS Tripoli has several defensive weapon systems, which include 2 rolling airframe missile launchers, 2 evolved Sea Sparrow missile launchers, 2 20mm Phalanx CIWS mounts, and 7 twin 50 caliber machine guns. The RIM-116 rolling airframe missile, also known as RAM, is a small, lightweight, infrared homing surface-to-air missile used primarily as a point defense weapon against anti-ship cruise missiles. The missile is so named because it rolls around its longitudinal axis to stabilize the flight path, much like a bullet fired from a rifle barrel. It has a range of 9 kilometers or 5.6 miles and a speed of Mach 2. RIM-7 Sea Sparrow is a U.S. shipborne short-range anti-aircraft and anti-missile weapon system, primarily intended for defense against anti-ship missiles. It uses semi-active radar homing for guidance. The missile has an operational range of 10 nautical miles, or 19 kilometers, and speed in excess of Mach 2.5. The Phalanx weapon system is a rapid-fire, computer-controlled, radar-guided gun that can defeat anti-ship missiles and other close-in threats on land and at sea. It is a last-ditch defensive weapon and is designed to defeat anti-ship missiles and close-in threats that have pierced other lines of defense. It has a range of 2.2 miles or 3.5 kilometers and a rate of fire of 4,500 rounds per minute. The machine guns are made available to defend against threats like small boats. USS Tripoli is the second ship of the America class, which in turn is a derivative of the Wasp-class amphibious assault ship. The Wasp-class ships were fitted with both an aircraft carrier-like full-length flight deck, island bridge, and hangar to support the aircraft that would shuttle U.S. Marines from ship to shore. The ships also included a floodable bay and large parking area to ferry Marine armored and logistics vehicles, including 60-ton M1A1 Abrams tanks, to the beach. USS America and the subsequent USS Tripoli are a bit different. The two ships remove the ability to land Marines by sea, instead increase the ship's hangar space, aviation support services, and the amount of aircraft fuel and munitions the ship can carry. This allows it to carry more MV-22 Osprey tilt-rotor assault transports, CH-53E Sea Stallion heavy-lift helicopters, UH-1Y Huey armed utility choppers, and AH-1Z Cobra gunships. Tripoli is also the first amphibious assault ship to be capable of operating the F-35B out of the box. OSD statement reads, "The ship is the first LHA replacement ship to depart the shipyard, ready to integrate the entire future air combat element of the Marine Corps, to include the Joint Strike Fighter." Tripoli's design features an enlarged hangar deck, realignment and expansion of the aviation maintenance facilities, a significant increase in available stowage for parts and support equipment, and increased aviation fuel capacity. The F-35B is the short takeoff and vertical landing STOVL variant of the F-35 multi-role fighter made by Lockheed Martin Corp. As per estimates, up to 13 could be accommodated in USS Tripoli, which is more than twice as many as an amphibious ship typically embarks. The fifth-generation combat aircraft is designed to perform ground attack and air superiority missions. It's the first to combine radar-evading stealth technology with supersonic speeds and the ability to work with carriers. Its external structure is designed to reflect signals away from the emitting radar, which makes it hard to detect or track. Also, it has a coating of RAM, radar-absorbing material, that reduces the number of signals getting reflected. The U.S. Navy and Marines can remove most of the Marine tilt rotors and helicopters in an emergency situation and turn USS Tripoli into a temporary light carrier. So technically, Tripoli is capable of acting as an ad hoc aircraft carrier, adding a lot of flexibility. It's interesting to note that unlike USS Tripoli, other ships in the Wasp and America classes will need to undergo a $250 million refit to allow them to operate the stealth jets. Nimitz-class carriers have been the face of the U.S. Navy and have enabled power projection far off from the U.S. homeland. USS Nimitz, the lead ship of Nimitz-class, was commissioned in 1975. The Nimitz-class has been able to accommodate many new technologies over the decades, but the Nimitz design has now reached its threshold, and this is where Ford-class comes in. Ford-class supercarriers are being built to replace some of the United States Navy's existing Nimitz-class carriers. The first ship of this class is Gerald R. Ford. USS John F. Kennedy is the second one. The U.S. was far ahead when it comes to deploying supercarriers and will continue to remain so. But smaller flat tops have their own importance, as they could come in handy in theaters of battle where a supercarrier is not immediately available. The availability of F-35Bs will provide USS Tripoli with unique capability, since main rivals of the U.S. like China and Russia are yet to deploy a full functional stealth jet, let alone operating one from a carrier.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.